Hi, LPCA community. I am Amy Weir, the head administrator, and I'm here with Lenika Roll, who is our office manager and specialist, all things fax, all things computer related. And she is going to help us today navigate through the fax system, how to log in, how to see your homework, how to see your grades. And we're going to do this through our actual website. So that is one way that you can access this information. And then we're going to go through and we're also going to show you how to access this information through the app. Okay, so Ms. Roll, why don't you go ahead and start and show us how to log in and how to navigate through some of the key things that you'll need to know through the fax portal.
Okay, so we would just go to the website, just go to libertyprepnc.com. Here on the top of the page, there are all these little different blue links. You can click on the fax login link, and that will take you to, log out. It'll take you to this page to be able to log into your fax account. You would need to put in your district code, which is LIB-NC. That is the district code for everybody. Then you would put in your username and your password, and then just make sure you're clicking parent or student, whichever you're logging into, whichever account, and then hit log in.
Just so you know, there are different things that students see versus what parents see. So for example, all the financial information is going to be under the parent website, but if a student needs to take like an online web test, that will be available through the student login. So if you are a student using the fax site, I definitely recommend using your student login, and new students will get that at orientation. Returning students already have that information. If you've forgotten, you can always stop by our help desk at orientation and get that taken care of. But I just want to make that clarification.
Thank you. And then, okay, so then we have on this left-hand side, here's all these different options that you have. If you want to look at the directory, to be able to access phone numbers or email addresses of other parents or students, here you can access that. You can search by name or grade level or by classes. And this will give you all that information that you need if you wanted to get somebody's contact information. And then we don't really use these other options that much, like your resource documents, web forms, or surveys. But if we ever do use those, we will let you know how to access them. Mostly you're going to be in this student screen. So if you click on student, this is where you're going to be able to find your grades, your homework, your lesson plans, attendance report cards, all of that information. Right now, if you go into the grades or in homework, there's nothing listed because the teachers haven't created their grade books yet. But once they create grade books and start entering those assignments, you'll be able to see them. So if you click on grades, right here would be a progress report, and you can choose between different classes right at this little link, this drop down. And this is also where you'll access the report card. So when you click on report card, there will be a report card listed here. And then you can also access homework. So whenever teachers do put in homework, the homework information will be listed here for the week, and you'd be able to print that as well, which is right here in this top right corner. You can just print the week.
And if you want to print the day, I know it's not showing right now, but you'll have the homework for that day. There'll be a little print button over here where you can just print off that one day if you don't want to print the whole week.
So if you just click on this little drop down, you can choose which date you want to print. And then we also have the lesson plan. So I did enter some stuff in here for lesson plans. So if I click on to the first day of school, which is orientation, here
there's a little print.
Yep, there's a little print. So you'll see that on the homework as well. So here's just where you would access the lesson plans. Again, here's another report card link. So you can access it through grades or through the report card tab. So once there's a report card, you'll see it here. You'll get an email and a text alert to let you know that report cards are available. You can also access attendance for your students. So you can see by term, when they were absent, what days they were counted absent. If there's any errors or issues, just let the office know and we can take care of those issues. If they were accidentally, marked absent or tardy, but they really weren't. And then we've got a behavior section here that you can access. If anything's listed in there, you'll see those behavior instances. There's also a medical tab, and this is an overview of their medical information in our system. So here it'll give you all the information that you entered in your enrollment packet. So if there's any medical conditions or allergies, any medications that they take, it'll all be listed here. And then, of course, everybody wants to know their schedules. So, of course, schedules will be under the schedules tab, and this is where you'll be able to access schedules, which will be available on August 12th. And we will send out an email also with the schedule and how to access it.
Okay.
And then we've got this family tab. And family, you're going to mostly use this when you're enrolling or re-enrolling, which is in February of every year. Which right now it's not available, so you won't be able to access anything right here. But once it's available, we'll give you instructions on how to complete that in February. All right, so okay, family. So here's where you can access your family information. This is just, the name, your address, phone numbers, and then what you chose over here to be able to, like, if you want to block your name from the directory or not receive text alerts, which we highly do not recommend. We recommend that you opt into that. So if we have any emergency situations, you'll receive those text alerts. So you'll be able to access just your family information right here. And then we've got this financial tab, which this is where you'll be able to access your tuition account. So here it'll give you a little overview of what your balances are for the new school year. And then if you click on financial home, this is where you'll be able to see more in-depth information about your actual account, the charges that were added. So this is a great way to look at your account, because I know there's always a lot of questions on what some charges were, or what your next payment will be and when it's due. So this information on this page is really helpful. So here you'll see for this school year, this is a current balance. You can just make an extra payment right here. You could also if you go to view details, this will give you the information kind of more in depth of your payment plan. So here it'll tell you this is your book and supply fee, this is your tuition. Broken down like that. It'll also show you any payments that you made here or any charges that were added to your account. It'll tell you the reason too, and it gives descriptions. You can also click on balances, and this will give you your actual balance by category, like whatever account it is. So like tuition, book and supply fee, field trips, any extras like athletic registration fees or theater fees, that'll all be broken down here. So really all of these tabs, you'll be able to access pretty much the same information, just in a different view. And then you can also look at any payments that were made on your account. And then you can also access changes that were made on your account. So if you changed your financial account to a different bank account or credit card number, all that information will be listed here by date. We don't really use the prepay account, so you don't have to worry about that tab. We used to use it when we used a different system for hot lunches, but we don't use that anymore, so you won't have to access that much.
So once they're logged into Fax and they click on that financial tab, you're already logged into this system as well. Is that right?
Correct. Yes, okay. You would not have to log in again.
Okay.
The other thing that a lot of parents ask for is if you need to change your bank account. Normally, this is, I created a test family, so I don't have access to change a financial account because I used it as a different type of account. But normally right here, there will be a little green arrow that you can click on. And once you click on that, there's 3 different options that'll pop up. And the option that you want to choose is change financial account. And this is where you can update your credit card or banking information if you need to change that information.
Okay.
If you need to make any other changes to your Fax tuition account, please send me an email or give me a call so that I can edit that information. Please don't try to set up a new payment plan because that might charge you another enrollment fee, which I would not want you to have to pay extra for. So just let me know if you need to make any other changes other than changing your financial account. And I would need to make those changes 48 hours before your scheduled draft date to be able to stop anything coming out of your account.
Okay.
Because it starts processing 2 days before the draft date.
Okay. So it's always a good idea just to check there first before calling and making sure you can see if your question is answered by checking out the financial page.
Yep.
Okay. Was there anything else on facts that we wanted to show from this angle?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and switch the view over then to the app and kind of access some of the information that we just did through facts so that you can see it through the app as well. So if you want to check your homework, you're on the go and you want to get started after school, you can click on homework here. And it's also going to make you sign in. The same here. So it's the same district code and the username. I'm going to use the test person. Okay, so now I'm logged in also here, and you basically are seeing the same information that you would see from the computer side of things, and it will have your homework and everything listed on here if there was homework listed. Okay. Also, same thing for lesson plans would be on here, and I think you had it out in July. Okay, so there we go. So there shows your lesson plan. So it's just duplicating the same information that was on your website, but also it's on your app. So it might be a little bit more user-friendly to do through there. It just depends on your learning style and what works best for you. You can also, most people can now print right from their phones, all of that if you'd like to have a hard copy to go through it. And so it's just a great way to be able to check your homework and your lesson plans. Same thing with grades. You're going to be able to see your grade book. And once you're logged in, I'm already logged in, so I don't have to re-log in again, but it's going to show what my grade book is. It's going to show all of those things right here. Your classes, you're going to be able to see your schedule, where your schedule would be. Okay. And you can also check attendance, same place here. Another thing I'm going to note here while we're on here is the absence form. And if you are going to be absent for any reason, it really helps our whole school if you can just fill out this absent form. So whether you're not feeling well or you have a planned absence that's otherwise, if you could fill that out for me, that would be really great. And it'll go to our school nurse, it'll go to our teachers, and so we can make sure we're following up on all of that. Your medical information is also in here as far as your fax medical information. The thing that we just showed you online will also be listed here, so you can make sure everything is listed correctly. And then there's also other medical information. Again, the absence form is here, information about Nurse Hessels, all of that is right here if you have anything regarding that. So I think that was the main things that you have to be logged in for, but you can also see stuff that was on our on the website. You've got your academic college advising is here. You've got information about student life is here with the house system and student ambassadors and all of that. So this is the kind of stuff that's duplicated in both places. And we're going to go through that in a little more detail in another video. So I think we're going to go ahead and end this one. Now that you know how to log into Fax, how you know how to check your app, and we will be right back with some more information on what's available through the app.